Are you absolutely sure the loaf of bread you bought at the supermarket is as safe as you think? Today, we're pulling back that smooth, soft wrapper to reveal the truth. The 15 worst packaged bread brands in America. From hidden sugar and unpronounceable additives to shocking sodium content and even sanitation scandals and product recalls. You don't want to miss this, as every single name comes with clear evidence and cited sources. And most importantly, stick around until the end of the video to find out the 5 best brands, the truly legit options that let you eat well and stay healthy. Ready to audit your pantry with me? The 15 worst packaged bread brands in America. 1. Wonder Bread, Classic White. The iconic Wonder Bread white loaf is a symbolic brand, but its nutritional value is very low. Each 2-slice serving contains approximately 140 calories, 180 milligrams of sodium, and 5 grams of sugar. The ingredient list includes numerous additives and preservatives with hard-to-read names. This bread is made from refined flour, which has been stripped of most of its nutrients, and is fortified with artificial calcium, resulting in a lack of natural fiber and micronutrients. Due to its high content of sodium and added sugar, experts rank Wonder Bread among the least healthy bread options. Consumers also complain that the bread has a light, fluffy texture and lacks natural flavor, a sign of reliance on additives rather than whole grain ingredients. 2. Pepperidge Farm, Farmhouse Hearty White, and Sweet Hawaiian. Pepperidge Farm markets its Farmhouse line as delicious homemade-style bread, but in reality, it's loaded with sugar and salt. For example, the Farmhouse Hearty White contains 130 calories and 230 milligrams of sodium in just one slice, approximately 10% of the recommended daily limit. Each slice also has 4 grams of added sugar. Sugar is the third ingredient listed. The Sweet Hawaiian line is even worse, 6 grams of sugar per slice, 5 of which is added sugar, and 210 milligrams of sodium per slice. The ingredients include refined flour, additives, and artificial flavors. Such high sugar and salt content leads experts to recommend that consumers leave it on the shelf rather than purchase it. Dieters and diabetic patients in particular should avoid Pepperidge Farm's sweeter bread varieties. 3. Sunbeam, Texas Toast. Sunbeam Texas Toast is famous for its thick slices, but is also notoriously unhealthy. Each slice contains approximately 100 calories, but an alarmingly high 180 milligrams of sodium, a considerable amount that can negatively impact cardiovascular health. The bread's ingredients contain many industrially processed components and preservatives, which Harvard has warned may pose health risks, especially in children. Although the sugar content per slice is only about 2 grams, the presence of a long list of cheap additives replacing whole foods significantly diminishes the overall nutritional value of the bread. Consumers note that while Sunbeam is soft and tasty, it molds quickly and doesn't keep for long, which may be due to its moisture-rich, additive-heavy formula. 4. Sara Lee, Thick White and Italian Bread, Texas Toast, and Italian. Sara Lee's sweet and white bread varieties are criticized for their high salt and preservative content. For example, Sara Lee's Texas Toast contains about 200 milligrams of sodium and 2 grams of sugar per slice, and is pumped with additives for a soft, fluffy texture. The brand's Italian bread also contains 240 milligrams of sodium per slice and preservatives that reduce its nutritional value. Sara Lee's biggest notoriety stems from a sanitation scandal earlier this year. Listeria bacteria from its Michigan plant contaminated the company's bread and deli meat, resulting in 15 deaths
and 6 miscarriages. That incident forced Sara Lee to recall 35 million pounds of product, plead guilty to distributing adulterated food, and pay a $4.4 million fine. The brand's reputation plummeted following this food safety disaster.
5. Freihofer's Premium Italian. Freihofer's is a long-standing brand in the Northeast, but its premium Italian bread is rated poorly for nutrition. Each slice contains 230 milligrams of sodium, meaning a single sandwich delivers over 400 milligrams of sodium, quite high. The company avoids using high-fructose corn syrup, artificial colors, or artificial flavors, yet still uses a high amount of salt and preservatives. Experts comment, despite claiming no artificial colors or HFCS, the high salt content and presence of preservatives make the bread less healthy. Consumers frequently complain that the bread is too salty and can last for a month without spoiling, a clear sign of powerful preservatives.
6. Country Kitchen Hearty Canadian White. Country Kitchen markets its hearty Canadian white bread as high energy, but in reality, each slice, approximately 110 calories, contains 150 milligrams of sodium and a lengthy ingredient list of substances that shouldn't be in a bread recipe. Just like many other packaged breads, the company adds numerous additives to extend the shelf life. Experts evaluate it by saying, that is way too many ingredients for us, considering it an unhealthy choice despite the bread having a decent flavor. The reliance on additives causes the bread to lose the nutritional benefits derived from actual whole grains. 7. Great Value Walmart Sliced Bread. Great Value is Walmart's budget brand, and the savings are achieved through cheap ingredients and large-scale industrial processes. This leads to both nutritional and sanitation issues. Recently, Walmart was forced to recall a large quantity of Great Value bread after more than 30 customers reported finding rubber bands and plastic shards in the loaves. Investigation revealed that worn-out conveyor belts shed rubber particles into the dough, and plastic packaging got mixed into the dough during production. At least 3 people suffered cuts to the mouth and chipped teeth after biting into hard plastic pieces. Nutritionally, Great Value bread, wheat variety, is also criticized for its many cheap additives and low fiber content, essentially providing empty calories. The incident forced Walmart to tighten quality control procedures with its suppliers, but the reputation of the Great Value brand was damaged.
8. King's Hawaiian Sweet Rolls. King's Hawaiian is famous for its soft sweet rolls, but the sugar content is very high and the ingredients are generally unhealthy. Each roll, about 28 grams, contains approximately 5 grams of sugar, mostly added sugar used to create its signature sweetness. The bread also includes added oil and butter to achieve its moist texture, leading to more saturated fat than regular bread. Nutritionists compare these sweet Hawaiian breads, like those from Pepperidge Farm, and note the 5 to 6 grams of sugar per slice, combined with flavorings and refined flour, factors that contribute to weight gain and heart disease if consumed regularly. Though delicious, King's Hawaiian is advised to be reserved for special occasions, not daily consumption, due to its high sugar content and lack of fiber.
9. Nature's Harvest. Nature's Harvest is a whole-grain bread brand owned by Bimbo Bakeries, which once faced a safety scandal for trying to cater to the healthier trend. In 2024, the company removed certain preservatives to promote a cleaner label, but failed to adjust its manufacturing process accordingly. The result? Nature's Harvest whole-grain bread quickly developed green mold, sometimes just 2 days after purchase. Bimbo had to recall thousands of loaves across 16 states due to molding before the expiration date. Although mold itself is not immediately fatal, some types of mold can produce dangerous mycotoxins. The incident cost the company an estimated $3.5 million and forced them to reformulate their preservation methods to balance fewer additives with food safety. Significantly, despite marketing itself as whole grain bread, Nature's Harvest's inability to maintain sanitation without preservatives highlighted a critical failure in quality control.
10. Bimbo, large white bread. Bimbo is the largest bread corporation in the U.S., yet the bread bearing the Bimbo brand itself is criticized for both its nutrition and safety record. Bimbo large white bread contains 150 calories, 250 milligrams of sodium, and 3 grams of sugar per slice, with virtually no significant fiber or nutrients. The primary ingredients are refined flour and a long list of additives to keep the bread soft and shelf-stable. Although the bread does not use HFCS, or high fructose corn syrup, and is fortified with calcium, this does not compensate for the lack of whole grains and fiber. Regarding safety, Bimbo was involved in a metal shard nightmare in 2023. The company had to recall 48,000 packages of bread, including Sara Lee, Nature's Harvest, Great Value, etc., after discovering fragments of metal wire from a broken conveyor belt had fallen into the loaves. Although only one person was slightly injured, the incident resulted in millions of dollars in losses and a significant decline in consumer trust. Clearly, Bimbo bread is both nutritionally poor and has a history of safety issues.
If you're still watching and finding these details valuable, I'd really appreciate it if you'd leave the number 10 in the comments below, just to let me know you're here. And if you haven't subscribed yet, I hope you'll consider subscribing and ringing that bell so you don't miss a thing. Your support is what allows us to keep creating helpful content to inform and inspire you. Now, let's get back to it.
11. Martin's Potato Bread. Martin's potato bread is beloved for its softness and potato flavor, but its nutritional profile is a concern for experts. The bread is advertised as being made with potatoes, but it actually uses rehydrated potato flour, a starchy form with less nutritional value than real potatoes. The upside is relatively low sodium content, around 105 milligrams per slice. But each slice also has 3 grams of sugar and many unnatural additives to create its structure and enhance preservation. Overall, Martin's contains a mix of additives and sugar that diminishes its health value. Some customers have even boycotted Martin's for other reasons. The company has been involved in controversy over sponsoring extreme political figures, though this is not directly related to bread quality. Despite its delicious taste, experts still rank Martin's potato bread as one of the less healthy options due to its nutritionally unbalanced formula.
12. Home Pride, Buttertop Wheat. Home Pride's Buttertop wheat variety appears to be a nutritious wheat bread, but its ingredients are actually disappointing. Each slice is only about 70 calories and 140 milligrams of sodium, which seems low, but that's just for one slice. Eating 2 slices for a sandwich doubles those numbers. Crucially, the recipe uses enriched wheat flour as its base and also includes high fructose corn syrup along with additives and preservatives. The ingredient list contains artificial additives that consumers looking for clean fuel bread should avoid. Experts advise, if you are looking for healthy bread, skip this one and look instead for a 100% whole grain variety without artificial sweeteners and preservatives.
13. Sun-Maid, Raisin Cinnamon Swirl Bread. Sun-Maid, the raisin brand, offers its Raisin Cinnamon Swirl Bread, which appeals to those with a sweet tooth but has an extremely high sugar content. Each slice contains 8 grams of sugar, most of which is added sugar, not just from the raisins themselves. The loaf is loaded with raisins and cinnamon to give a nutritious impression, but the ingredients actually include a long list of unnatural additives for preservation and flavoring. High sugar consumption like this can easily lead to weight gain and increased risk of diabetes. Experts recommend that those aiming for a healthy diet choose bread with lower sugar and fewer additives. In other words, this sun-made bread is more like a dessert than a daily food staple, and it has been placed on the list of the worst breads for health.
14. Udi's, gluten-free cinnamon raisin bread. Udi's is a popular gluten-free bread brand, but their cinnamon raisin variety is excessively high in sugar and salt relative to the benefits it provides. Each slice of this gluten-free bread contains 7 grams of sugar and 220 milligrams of sodium, which is equal to or more than conventional bread. Although the ingredients appear more natural, raisins, brown rice flour, and cane sugar, Udi's still has to add many additives to compensate for the lack of gluten structure. The result is bread that is high in calories, 140 calories per slice, but low in fiber, making it not genuinely healthy for gluten-free consumers. Experts advise those needing gluten-free bread to look for options with less sugar and salt. Maybe try a different gluten-free bread that has fewer calories, less sodium, and 15. Panera Bread, everything sliced. Panera, famous for its fresh bakery, also sells packaged sliced bread, but their everything seasoned sliced bread is rated as having a reputation without the substance in terms of nutrition. Each slice contains approximately 180 milligrams of sodium and includes a long list of unnatural ingredients, meaning many additives are used to mimic the flavor of fresh bakery bread. Although the bread is topped with sesame, poppy seeds, dried onion, and garlic, creating a whole grain feel, the bread base is still primarily refined flour, not whole grains. Experts warn that consuming this much salt can contribute to high blood pressure and heart disease. Panera advertises grains, but actually uses refined flour high in bad carbs. Conclusion: Panera's packaged sliced bread does not meet the expectation for a nutritious choice, contradicting the company's image of healthy, fresh baked goods.
Above, we've exposed 15 names to steer clear of: hidden sugar, complicated additives, high sodium, and even satiation scandals. But don't despair just yet. It's time to turn the page. Next up, I will introduce the 5 best bread brands: whole grain, low sugar, with clean ingredients, trusted by both experts and consumers, and complete with clear evidence. Are you ready to switch to options that are both delicious and healthy?
1. Food for Life. Ezekiel 4:9 Sprouted Grain Bread. Food for Life's Ezekiel 4:9 is considered the gold standard for healthy bread. It is made from 100% sprouted grains, uses no refined flour, and contains no added sugar or artificial preservatives. Because the grains are sprouted, the bread is richer in protein and fiber than conventional bread. 2 slices provide up to approximately 12 grams of fiber. A nutritionist explained that sprouted grain breads like Ezekiel have an improved nutritional profile, are easier to digest, and are high in protein and fiber, which helps increase satiety and reduce inflammation. Dietitians specifically praise Ezekiel. It was the top choice unanimously recommended by all 3 experts interviewed by Real Simple for a healthy sandwich. The Ezekiel brand is also low in additives, salt, and sugar, perfectly aligning with the advice given by a Fox News expert. Choose bread with whole grains, low sugar, and few preservatives. Ezekiel perfectly meets that criteria. With decades of reputation in the organic food world, Ezekiel 4:9 bread is often described as a superfood among grain products.
2. Dave's Killer Bread, organic whole grains. Dave's Killer Bread has emerged in recent years as a leading organic bread brand. Its prominent lines, such as 21 whole grains and seeds or Power Seed, contain a diverse blend of organic seeds and grains, providing significant amounts of protein and fiber. For instance, 2 slices of Dave's 21 grains offer around 10 grams of fiber and 5 grams of protein, an impressive count due to ingredients like flax seeds, sunflower seeds, and oats, etc. Nutritionists rate Dave's as the best-seeded bread for incorporating flax, pumpkin seeds, quinoa, and sorghum into its recipe. The bread is also free of preservatives and HFCS, with very low added sugar. Most varieties have only about 1 to 2 grams per slice. Brittany Brown, RD, shared that Dave's Killer Bread, along with other sprouted breads, is a top choice for healthy sandwiches because of its high fiber, protein, and beneficial fats from the seeds. Consumers rate Dave's bread highly for its rich natural flavor, soft texture, and satisfying chewiness from the seeds. Additionally, the brand story, founded by a formerly incarcerated individual supporting second chances for ex-offenders, also generates positive social appeal. In summary, Dave's Killer Bread is lauded for its organic ingredients, high nutritional content, and commitment to quality, making it truly deserving of a spot in the top packaged bread list.
3. Silver Hills Bakery, Sprouted Grain Bread. Silver Hills is a bakery specializing in sprouted grain bread, based in Canada but popular in the North American market. Silver Hills varieties like the Big 16 sprouted grain are highly rated by experts for using 100% organic sprouted whole grains, containing no animal fats and being completely vegan. Each 2-slice serving of Silver Hills bread provides approximately 8 grams of fiber and 6 grams of protein, very impressive for sliced bread. The sprouted grain ingredients, wheat, oats, barley, millet, quinoa, sunflower seeds, etc., make the bread more nutritious and easier to digest than conventional grains. Notably, the bread has no added sugar, or very little, around 1 gram, and no artificial preservatives, requiring refrigeration to stay fresh. Nutritionist B. Brown, RD, lists Silver Hills alongside Dave's Killer Bread as a top pick for healthy sandwiches, as it provides fiber, protein, B vitamins, minerals, and even beneficial fats from the seeds. Another expert commented that Silver Hills is high in protein and fiber, truly a bread superfood. Consumers praise the bread's strong grain flavor, firm texture, and ability to keep them full longer. With over 30 years of reputation in the whole grain bread industry, Silver Hills truly belongs in the group of best packaged bread brands.
4. Nature's Own 100% whole wheat. Nature's Own 100% whole wheat is one of the best-selling whole grain breads in the U.S., known for its clean ingredients and affordability. The bread is made from 100% whole wheat flour, providing 13 grams of whole grains per slice and 2 grams of fiber per slice. More importantly, the company commits to using no artificial preservatives, no artificial colors, and no HFCS, high fructose corn syrup, in the bread. Each slice is only 60 calories with 1 gram of added sugar, very low compared to many other packaged breads. As a result, blood sugar levels do not spike after consuming this bread. Experts often recommend Nature's Own 100% WW as a good value, good for you option. According to one nutritionist, this is an economical choice that still provides enough protein, fiber, and low sugar, making it suitable for large families. Indeed, in nutritionist Lindsay Livingston's list of healthy breads, Nature's Own topped the budget section with 4 grams of protein, 2 grams of fiber per slice, and only 1 gram of sugar. Customers rate the bread as soft, naturally flavorful, without any overly sweet taste or chemical smell. With a widespread distribution network across U.S. supermarkets and decades of credibility, Nature's Own 100% whole wheat is considered the benchmark for mass-market, healthy packaged bread.
5. Arnold, brownberry, or Oro wheat. 100% whole grain and seeds. Arnold, also known as brownberry in the Midwest and Oro wheat in the West, is a long-standing bread brand known for its high-fiber, whole-grain bread varieties. The consistency of its quality across the nation has earned Arnold a solid, long-term reputation. Many of the brand's bread lines are praised by experts. For instance, Arnold 22 Grains and Seeds Organic, which combines 22 types of grains and seeds, provides 8 grams of fiber per 2 slices. Or Arnold Grains Almighty, with 7 grams of fiber per 2 slices. Arnold's formula always starts with whole wheat flour as the primary ingredient, and is fortified with flax seeds, sunflower seeds, oats, etc., making it rich in omega-3s, B vitamins, and minerals. Nutritionist Jamie N. noted that the Arnold brand truly stands out for its high-fiber bread options, and that they have many products where whole grain ingredients are listed first with added seeds and no HFCS. For example, Sara Lee Classics 100% whole wheat from the same Bimbo group also avoids HFCS and artificial colors, proving that major companies are following Arnold's lead. Arnold's whole grain breads typically offer 4 to 5 grams of protein and 3 to 4 grams of fiber per slice, with moderate added sugar, around 2 to 3 grams per slice. Consumers rate the bread as having a genuine wheat aroma, a firm but not dry texture, and being very satisfying to eat compared to white bread. With a history dating back to the 1940s and continuous healthy formula improvements, Arnold, brownberry, or Oro wheat is rightly placed among the top bread brands trusted by both experts and customers in the U.S.
After calling out the 15 brands to avoid and exploring the 5 best choices, the big takeaway is this. Read your labels carefully and prioritize breads that are 100% whole grain or sprouted grain, low in sugar, low in sodium, and free of questionable additives. A good sandwich isn't just about taste, it's about the quality of the ingredients and the brand's reputation. Before you buy, remember these 3 quick steps. Check the first ingredient. It must be whole wheat, whole grain, or sprouted. Compare sugar and sodium. The lower, the better. Scan the additives. Avoid HFCS or high fructose corn syrup, artificial colors or flavors, and a long, convoluted list of ingredients. If you found this video helpful, be sure to leave a like, comment with the brand you currently use or want me to review next, share it with your family and friends so they can choose safer bread, and subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss our future content. Thank you for watching until the end. I wish you delicious, healthy, and smarter meals every day.